Hey, Coeur d'Alene folks, just wanted to send over a quick video, just given how extreme the temperatures are going to be tomorrow. I definitely, as a coach and as a teammate, am concerned about keeping you guys not only, sort of healthy and safe, but also forward focused, knowing your competitive nature, knowing your goals, making sure that you keep your eyes on the prize and be successful. Just due to the temperature of the day and the prediction and where it's meant to be going, it's clear that whether or not you know this or not already, is that the day is all about core body temperature management and taking care of both your sort of external and internal selves. And all of that comes down to managing your hydration, managing your pacing, and then being really flexible with both. Okay. So let me talk through what the day is going to look like for you. Swim's going to be fine. Water will feel cold. You're good. You're going to get out on the bike. And you're going to notice that it seems, relatively warm, not anything more different than what you've experienced there on the ground. But over the course of the day, as you get tired and dehydrated, your perceived temperature is going to go up. As the day heats up as well, and you slow down climbing hills, you're really going to feel that heat. So we have to be very clear about the important aspects of the bike. Important aspect number one, starting that nutrition right on the bike, whether it's in transition, taking time to drink, or also right away on the bike. But if you drink 2 bottles an hour, you want to make sure you nail those 2 bottles, right? That first hour of nutrition, so important. Okay. When we come out of that space, you want to carry that good nutrition execution mostly through fluids, because it's going to be hard to eat as things get hotter, but you'll be okay early on, right through the bike. Every time you hit an aid station, I recommend that you grab a bottle that you need for your bike. So you roll into the aid station, discard what you don't need, get your Gatorade Endurance or your fuel bottle, get it, rack it, and then get another water bottle. Take your time in the aid stations, grab another water bottle, and that's for covering yourself with water every aid station. If you can carry that water bottle with you in an extra rack, fantastic, or somewhere in your bike or in a pocket, that's fine, because every time you roll into a hill and you slow down, the temperature is going to go up. And so as you roll into that hill, your job will be to grab that water bottle and get yourself wet again just before you hit the hill. All we're trying to do is prevent that core body temperature from rising to a level through which you'll not be able to bring it down unless you stop and stand down for several minutes. Okay. Now, in terms of the fluids on the bike, I want to be clear, and on the run as well, you don't want to drink water as a source unless you absolutely have to. If you are reduced to drinking water, then you need to have external salt pills, electrolytes, Endurolite tabs, the little salt powder. But you cannot drink water primarily as a source. You need something with electrolytes so your body can process it. If you do things right on the bike, you'll be able to eat and drink for the most part. When you get to the run, your ability to eat is really going to be reduced simply because you're just not going to feel so great and you've been taking in so many fluids. So be prepared to be flex on that nutrition plan on the run. What I recommend is that you hit every aid station. You can get a cup of the Gatorade as a fuel source. Maybe you can have a little something, like if you have Cliff Blocks, you can have one. If your fingers get tingly, eat a banana. Maybe you can have a pretzel, but your food consumption will be fairly low, presuming that you did great on the bike. If you had a miserable bike nutrition experience, you're going to be in for a long day, and we've got to be really smart throughout that run. Now, similarly on the run, going through these aid stations, it's going to be super hot. You want a hat on to keep the sun off of your face. You're going to have to use water to cover yourself to really stay as cool as possible. And your goal when you come off the bike is look at that heart rate and then maintain that heart rate for the first 6 miles of the run in Coeur d'Alene. It's going to be tempting to run fast early, but it's hot. It's going to be hot all day on the run. So there's no free miles anywhere in Coeur d'Alene. It's all about heart rate management. And by maintaining that bike heart rate into the beginning of the run, we prevent your core body temperature from spiking once again. Doesn't seem like a big advantage early. You feel like you may be giving up some time, but later in the day, as your competition has literally been worn down by this high temperature, you'll be in a much better place to continue on. Okay. Remember that low body temperature gives you bandwidth mentally also to make better decisions and take care of your body. So again, use the food, sugar, carbs deliberately and in micro dosing effectively to get you through the run. You'll be drinking, and you have to drink. You're going to have to force yourself to drink that stuff, and really do your best to stay away from water unless you have to. We need that external salt pills, salt tabs, whatever it may be, to make sure that you can get that down. Because when your stomach starts to get a little sloshy, we need to put salt in there to kind of get it out. So when your stomach gets sloshy, take it down a notch, slow it down a little bit so your body can process, take some salt in, give yourself like a 5-minute easy period, and then get back to work. Okay. Don't be afraid on the run to take walking breaks. I'd much rather you take strategic early walking breaks than doing it elsewhere. If possible, I would do it outside of the aid stations, unless you need to stop at the aid station to cover yourself with water or grab ice. Okay. You're going to do great out there. You guys have the execution resources and the patience and the discipline to do well. Racing in the heat just simply becomes tough because your world gets smaller. And your needs get significantly more demanding, and it's hard to strike the balance between the two. We can offset that by really smart pacing early on, not spiking the power on the bike, not spiking the heart rate, good nutrition early, staying cool as much as possible, and basically saying my time goal that I showed up with, not the most important thing right now. It's about being steady and effective, and I think you'll find success. Good luck out there, and we can't wait to follow you. Have a great time, everybody.